Hello everyone, welcome back to another episode in the Cards franchise series here on the GSN. Your host Sammy33. Boy, today is an awkward day. If you know me, I'm sure you know why. I would be honest to admit it's been a buzzkill for the day, but still have to be productive. So we're going to look at how this series played out with Milwaukee. You can see our top three against their top three. We only won one game. All one-run games. So fun games, frustrating, but fun games to be a part of. This is what you want. And we walk away only being able to take 1 out of 3. How did they play out? Let's take a look, shall we? We'll jump in after Arenado home run. Carp? I don't know if Carp's got enough. That might die at the wall. Yeah, let's go. Carp 2.
Oh, yes.
Back to back, Jack. You got 2 runs. You better make this hold, buddy. Make this hold up. So back to back home runs by Arenado. Then I'm talking shit. With the new lineup payoff. 2-0. And then the ex-Cardinal. The smirk. You just don't expect Colton to go deep. And you pay the price for it. So we go to the 9th. We're going to have a play at the plate. Carlson, good throw, but not good enough. Behind Yachty. Now cut the lead to 1 with 2 outs. And then next up, very next pitch. Oh my god. Wow. That's a tough way to lose. Damn, man. I thought Carlson would have had him there. No, the funny thing is, if Tyler O'Neill was on my team, he would have been thrown out because I would have subbed Tyler O'Neill in for a defensive replacement. And I don't have an arm now. Fuck. Probably the most painful loss for the Cardinals this year. With 1 out to go. They give up this RBI single and a home run. They take the L. So, one of their better games at the plate, 7 hits, 7 different Cardinals with base hits in this game, and they still can't get the dub. So then we head to the next game. After a lead-off triple by Edman, RBI ground out, knocks up. Carlson gives them the early lead. Cubs are probably going to win. Bases are loaded. But on the flip side, a struggle in the first inning for Miles Michaelis, multiple hits. The biggest by Keston. Ties game at 1 man. And then Danny strikes again. Full count in the 4th. Same thing, opposite field. And the pain. While you may say this is just a 1-run game, it's just a 2-1 game, nothing to worry about. I'd like to make a note. Up to this point, the Cardinals' only hit was that leadoff hit by Edman. And guess what? Their only 2-1 loss. And hit in the first, a hit the first at bat of the game. 9 innings of nothing after. The hitting woes continue for the St. Louis Cardinals. They take the loss. A different form of heartbreak. So heading to the front, batted in, who scored on the season. And then we head to the finale. Of all people, the rookie. Not a word out of you, David, if you're in chat. Not a word out of you. The reason we say that, David B, 6424, convinced me to add him to the roster.
You're welcome.
And his first at bat as a St. Louis Cardinal, a home run to center, ties the game early. Let's look at it again. I was right down the middle too. I still didn't think it was going to get out. I thought it was going to die at the wall and drop for a double. I just need to change his name to Pujols. So then, speaking of greatness, Carp. Daddy. Let's go! Carp.
Oh, yes.
I love him as much as I can love a man not named Davis. So now we head to the ninth to see with 2 outs, and you see who's pitching Gallegos. Alright, we salvage again so we don't get swept. We opt to go to him in the ninth. He comes through for the second time in the save opportunity, and we salvage a win in this series. 4 hits only. Nolan had the other 2. We didn't see in this highlight. That's it. Rough, but we get the win. Well, let's take a look around the league. Just highlights this time. No box scores. And they head to Seattle. Taking on Cleveland. You can see 2 outs in the second. Payne right there. RBI single. Puts Cleveland up 1-0. And if you thought that was it, Jordan, no doubt, drills it to left. Again with 2 outs. 3-1 count. 3-0 lead. 400 feet even. Cleveland jumps out early 3-0, ultimately 5-0. And they win it 7-2, walking away. Zach, please, Zach. 4 strikeouts, 7 innings. Good work by him. Sadler gets the loss and makes him 1-6 on the season. Struggled Mitch Haniger though. 2-run home run and a single. And take a look at Coors Field. Jordan Montgomery, the newly minted ace for the Rockies. Got to see him up close and personal. Pitched well against us. Pitched well against the entire major league so far. 5-0 with the Yankees. 1-0 with Colorado so far. And you can see there, early RBI single, so he goes down early. Tyler Naquin would add an additional single in there to make it 2-0. Guess what? Cincinnati made that hold up. Rockies only put up 4 hits, only put up 1 run. Montgomery gets his first loss of the season, only lasted 3 innings due to high pitch count. Let's see if he bounces back. But let's talk Cardinals for a little bit. You know how we'll end it. Let's talk about Carp. Great start to the season so far. Getting close to 20 runs batted in. Double-digit home runs. Carp continuing to be the anchor in our lineup. No matter how high or low things look, consistency. That's all you ask for. He continues to do it. Hopefully, now that Arenado's batting in front of him, he'll be able to produce a little more, seeing how Goldy was struggling. Also, another positive note, Will Lawrence. Only hit of the game was a home run, but we were able to use Bader as a defensive replacement. This guy, could he be a spark? Could be a spark plug. We don't know, but at least in day 1, not bad, can't complain. This is the guy though. Home, he's batting under 100. Things on the road look fine. It's at home, and you can see the average underneath. A rough year for him. He dropped in the lineup to 5. He's going to get a run there. There may be some, given what happened to Pujols earlier today, we may have to have an uncomfortable conversation. We'll see. Got a bit better. Well, I'm sure this will be a topic of conversation later, but fitting, I guess, that we talk about this guy today, seeing how, most of the things I've done has been kind of centered around him to DH. Making the trade to add him to the team, giving him a spot to play. And so far, as we approach the quarter point of the season, it has not been nice. And the problem is, looking at the team, it's with a lot of people. Got 7 people that are cold, and Tyler O'Neill would make 8 to struggle, even though Carp hit a home run. And Arenado had, with the series against Milwaukee, he had 2 hits and a home run. He is still cold as well, but that's not what we're talking about. Talking about Albert. See, that overall rating drops, as you know, in MLB The Show. Older players regress. He's regressing kind of hard. He kind of kept the power up but you can see stuff starting to go down across the board. Contact, especially the lefty contact, bad. Power against righties, dropping to 60, vision's down, and everything else kind of taking a hit by 2. You don't have to worry about the fielding because he's not going to be in that position that much. He's only playing first base anyway, but no, it's what happens to older players in MLB The Show. It's what happens to older players in real life. They struggle, they start to regress. It is what it is. We can see there. He's not on pace to have a great year. And it's tough to really judge because our offense is bad collectively, but he definitely has not helped. Remember early in the season, a handful of games where he did have runners in scoring position, bases loaded. Like, all you have to do is put the ball in the outfield and you probably could score a run. And just couldn't do it. And so far, 7 runs batted in. It will definitely be a career low for him. Leaving out the obvious season. It's only 60 games, so it doesn't matter. Strikeouts, for the first time in his career, he's gonna have 100 strikeouts. Yeah, I don't know how I avoid 100 strikeouts. I just don't know. But we'll try. Only 1 home run so far, but you can see the average OBP are down. Slugging is definitely down. Even a bad Pujols or a lessened Pujols is still being able to be super effective. Just a struggle across the board. You see the negative wins above replacement. He struggled with that the last handful of years anyway. It's just been rough for him. We're hoping, stolen base, that's a good one. We're hoping that we can get stuff going. The power's down. This, obviously, we hope will go down, but I can't even speak on that. This has to go down. Just got to put the ball in play a little bit more. We're hopeful that we can give him a proper send-off. Give him a nice farewell in terms of team success and individual. Yeah, I don't know. I feel like maybe I'm pressing up the plate a little more with him than I do even with Goldy. Given Goldy struggles, Goldy's supposed to hit well. Pujols is we kind of knew it's going to be a struggle anyway. I'm trying to do the best I can with him to pay respects to my favorite player of all time. I guess we're gonna see. Man, we're always watching him. I'm always get a little excited, even though I don't show it on my face every time he comes up to bat. Might not be able to do it again after this year, so I'm trying the best I can, not just to enjoy this, but to enjoy it and be productive while doing so. So fingers crossed that Albert can get things turned around as we go forward. Yeah, so we'll go over the standings after in the next one probably, because it'll be probably just recaps and then just the standings, because it's going to be a lot. We have coming up, you can see here, 3 games against the Padres. Darvish, if I don't hit well. Paddock, don't think I faced him before, so this should be interesting. Snell, I know I haven't faced him before, not even in Diamond Dynasty. Somehow I've never run him in Diamond Dynasty, even with the Cardinal last year. And then 2 against the Pirates. So the question is, 1, will I be able to play 5 games? I'm going to do the Padres series later today. Or will I be able to also fit in those Pittsburgh games? Don't know. Cubs are coming up. We'll see them at some point this weekend. We'll slowly start to segue towards some other stuff, so baseball will be a little more spread out in terms of the episodes. But end of the day, we're only half a game out of first place. Blowing the save in game 1 hurt. We're still in a good position. We're only half a game back. Not even looking at the record. We're still chasing 500, but we're cognizant of what's going on in the division, and that's the goal. Stay ahead of the people that are behind us and catch the people in front. We'll see what we can do. That said, thanks for watching. Make sure that you hit that sub button, subscribe to the channel so that you are able to be notified when a new video pops up. I will see you in a stream later today. I'm sure Albert Pujols will be the topic of conversation. I apologize if the energy will be a little bit low. You gotta know that it bothers me. It makes me feel bad. That's what happens when you like athletes like this, This is what it is. Hopefully he'll do well today. Make me feel good, Albert. That said, I'll catch you guys later. Have a good one. Hopefully the Padres don't beat us up too bad.